Thank you very much. So let me talk about a little bit new stuff, which is the space mouse study. But before explaining the space mouse study, I need to explain you a little bit more about the Tohoku Medical Megabank Biobank study. So as Seizo explained this morning, we established the Tohoku Medical Megabank because we wanted really to establish the personalized medicine and healthcare. And for the personalized medicine and healthcare, the purpose cohort study is very important. And we are thinking genome cohort and the integrated biobank leading to the personalized medicine and healthcare. And cohort studies with genome analysis are referred to the genome cohort. And genome cohort studies are common of age for the personalized healthcare. The prospective cohort study enabled us better estimation of the association of genetic effect and diseases or disease markers, and to approach common diseases that involve the interplay between the genome and the environmental events. The genome cohort studies are necessary, which we are thinking like this way. So we've established a community-based cohort and birth and tree generation cohort. So two cohorts strategically, and this one, and the birth and tree generation cohort is especially unique, which is we've recruited the pregnant mother in the maternity hospital, and almost 22,000 pregnant mother. Then the baby will come for sure, and husband, and his brother and sister, and grandma and grandpa. So this cohort, in this cohort, we can use the family history, and which is very strong. So make a short story, a long story short, we've recruited 84,000 participants and 73,000 participants for birth and tree generation. This 84 for this. So total of 157 participants in total. And we made up our mind to establish integrated biobank. I'll explain you integrated biobank, what is integrated a little bit later. And the integrated biobank of Tohoku Medical Megabank, we recruited 157,000 people and collected more than 4 million samples and 12 petabyte information storage. The integrated biobank, which is to avoid the rapid depletion of the samples. So our Tohoku Medical Megabank set up an analytical facility to conduct the standard analysis. So we do the sample analysis for everybody, and we distribute the information first, then the biosamples are next. And for this purpose, we've been working on the metabolome and proteome, and genome and transcriptome. And also, we got the quite extensive questionnaire and other physiological examinations, including MRI. And we've been conducting the full genome sequence analysis for general Japanese populations, and at first the machine is not so efficient. So 2013-14, we've determined 1,000 full genome sequence for participants, and almost 1,000 for every year, and finally finished 8,000 2020. But the speed of the full genome sequencing speed up because of the machines are getting very efficient. And finally, we've determined 50,000 this past June. Because we need to exclude the family, so the father to get children or grandpa and mother or such a family relationship excluded. So we established 38,000 full genome sequence reference panel. And this reference panel is very important, and I'll explain you that. And please see this this image. So here, the Tohoku Medical Megabank, this is Japanese population, and we can compare international 1,000 sequence data and see here, this is a Korean published one, and the northern part of China, southern part of China, and Vietnam. So here is clearly the ethnicity, and the Japanese is in here. And probably we have a hybrid people in our society, so we can see some of the dot in here. Okay. The representative prospective cohort with genome analysis, I can show like this way. So what is a population cohort, not the patient cohort? And the front runner of this type of the genome cohort is the UK Biobank. And the UK Biobank last November announced the determination of 200,000 whole genome sequence. They are planning to work on the 500,000 of participant whole genome sequence analysis. And they have quite detailed baseline assessment. So this is very important. Also the MRI brain imaging and heart imaging also. Another representative example is the All of Us USA, and they are shooting for the 1 million for genome sequencing. And they recruit a diverse participant. And last March, this past March, they've announced 100,000 whole genome sequencing analysis. They're using the Fitbit data on the EHR, so collecting the data as John Chambers presented the difference of these two cohorts. Comparing these two population cohort, genome cohort example, well, our size is relatively small, but we have determined 50,000 whole genome sequence, as I explained you this past June. And we have a detailed baseline analysis plus extensive follow-up. We have a follow-up and also family relations, MR brain imaging. So these three shows the different approach, but the quite unique operations. As I explained to you, we've been preparing the whole genome reference panel of Japanese, and we are thinking the general people's whole genome sequence and making the reference panel is very important. And I think the reason is probably these three, maybe more. So the clinical sequence operation, for the clinical sequence operation, we need the large, the reference panel of the cohort participant, the general population people's whole genome sequence. That way we can exclude the simple variant from the real driver mutation. So the whole genome sequence of patient alone never tells us the responsive variant. This is one reason. The other reason is, as Yukinori Okada professor explained nicely, the whole genome sequence of the general people are important for the drug development. And the third one is personalized healthcare and ethnic array. For this purpose, this is very important. The difference panel of the general people is very important. And let me show you one example. So today we hear quite a lot of talk about the polygenic risk score. And polygenic risk score, we have no need to do the better to do, but the microarray, it can gives us the polygenic risk score. And this is a much better in terms of the price. This is much cheaper. So the cheapest to the people, polygenic risk score for the risk assessment of the common disease is a current trend. And to approach the common disease, this is important. So we made the Japonica array, and our Japonica array is based on the whole genome sequence data we've been determining. So this one is key technology of the personalized healthcare supported by the difference panel of the general people. So let me tell you my dream or in the future, a possible model of the medical checkup So in the medical checkup, at the clinic or the hospital, we can get to the informed consent and determine the genome structure. And based on the genome structure, polygenic risk score and assessment of the risk of the disease. Then the personalized health guidance in the healthcare clinic. So this way, personalized health management and action change can be attained. This is what we are dreaming, thinking. Now, another attempt we've been working, let me show you, which is the return of the genome information for the participant. Since we are determining the whole genome sequencing, so we decided to return the risk. And first, we decided to start as the monogenic, based on the monogenic variant. So 2016, we've returned a small pilot scale return of the variant information for the familial cholesterolemia patient. 2019, we've set up the pharmacogenomic return. And 2020, 2 years ago, we started the hereditary breast and ovarian cancer risk. So as I told you, we've expanded our sequence, whole genome sequence to 50,000. So this year we started the enlarge, expand the returning number, and this is the pilot study toward realizing the personalized healthcare. And so far we returned like this way. And for this purpose, we need strong backup of the Tohoku University Hospital or the consultation and also the backup follow-up. So we've been working on this. This is our 10 years attempt, and 10 years at 2013 and right now, and various attempts. Okay. And the summary of the Tohoku Medical Megabank is we have established this TMM project and 2 cohort and the quite extensive genome-omics analysis. And we are operating the data visiting system, establishment of the data visiting system, and also establishing the integrated database of TMM. And we work toward the realization of personalized healthcare and genome. Let me switch my story a little bit different direction. As the Hishinuma, the chairman, introduced, I've been working on the system called the Keep-on-NAFT system, which regulates the oxidative and electrophilic stress response. So NRF2 is the transcription factor regulating the cytoprotective gene expression, especially antioxidant genes. And Keep-on is a stress sensor, and ubiquitin E3 ligase always degrade NRF2. And also the sensor for the reactive oxygen species or toxic chemicals. We've been showing this and proving this story by making the knockout mouse. Okay. Now, like one hypothesis. The hypothesis is space flight it brings extreme environment with unique stressors. So one is cosmic radiation, the other is microgravity, and these are we call space stress. And to overcome this space stress, one more promising strategy, maybe one promising strategy is to activate NR2, a master regulator of antioxidant pathway. So we proposed mouse stress defense project. The role of environmental stress response transcription factor NR2 in space stress. And we decided to launch the NR2 knockout mouse, loss of NR2 function, knockout mouse to space, and examine how NR2 contribute to the prevention against the space stresses, decade of space mouse. So we launched the 6 NR2 knockout mouse and the 6 wild-type mouse from Kennedy Space Station. And these mouse by using the SpaceX 14. And This mouse stayed in the International Space Station for 31 days, 1 month, and then returned. All the mouse, all 12 mouse returned to the ground again safely. All 12 mouse returned. So this is the first, the successful the space travel of the gene knockout mouse to the space. So the space mouse are really happy and stays like this way in the space. And unfortunately, I can show you the movie for you, but please see this mouse while floating, eating food. This mouse while floating, sleeping. So all 12 mice stayed healthy and in the space for one month. Oh, they start moving. Good. As you can see, individual. And these are all male mouse. So this one eating food, and this one like this way. All right. So various things we found through this activity. One is to contribute to the weight gain. So the to knockout mouse can't gain weight in the space. We send a relatively young mouse to the space. And we made the integrated biobank of space life science. I will return to here, okay, soon. And the JAXA developed, and in collaboration, developed the video downlink system. That's the reason why we can see the mouse in the space, the movie of the mouse. And the muscle and the kidney and the metabolic response, which is quite interesting observation in the space. But let me explain you one example of this space analysis. As I explained you, we set up the Tohoku Medical Megabank. So, and finished Seizo Koshiba and Eiji Hishinuma finished metabolome analysis of 50,000 people. So we selected several thousand from the group 20, 40 of the age, and the several thousand of the people 60 to 80 age group, and determined, made the compared the metabolite, specific metabolite, either increase or decrease in these two groups. To find out glycerol nicely increased, while glycine and succinate nicely decreased, which is statistically quite significant. So here we find out the age-associated metabolite, glycerol, glycine, and succinate. So we tested what has happened in the space mouse. And please see this blue dot first, and the wild type and the ground control versus the flight. So glycerol nicely increased, while glycine decreased and succinate decreased. So the space flight, only 1 month space flight, shows the similar change of the 20 years difference, or I'm sorry, 40 years of the aging of the human being in the ground. So this is quite unique and interesting. Now, to knockout mouse, these two metabolites, glycine and succinate, from the beginning, with the ground control, the glycine level and succinate level decreased. So the NR2 deficiency shows a similar change of the metabolite of the aging. And in this case, the glycerol case, it's not reproduced, so recapitulated. So this is the changes, and the plasma metabolite and the space plasma metabolite of the aging, and also the space mouse shows similar phenotype. This, I think, nicely shows the importance of the space station science. We can recapitulate the very rapid aging in the space station, the future use of the ISS. Now, this is the NASA. NASA in the USA has a very good database of the astronauts. So we decided to make the biobank of the space mouse. So including our mission, several other missions are mouse data that banked in this integrated biobank of specialized sciences. And in this integrated the biobank, we have a metabolome data and also the transcriptome data integrated along with the specimens the data and also the wild type control data in here. And aging changes of mice during space travel are our understanding of the personalized medicine and healthcare. This is what we are thinking. All right. So this is us, and we've established Tohoku Medical Megabank 2012 and almost 10 years. And the 320 people are working with us, not reading from me. They are working together with me. So this is the very interesting endeavor. All right. Thank you very much.